It was a shocking moment, and it was felt at the time that this was so bad, and it was so egregious, so violent, so ugly, so clear who was responsible for it, so clear who was egging it on, and so clear from the apparel and the flags that were being waved on the steps and throughout the Capitol who was at fault for this, that the country would wake up, that politics would wake up and say, oh, God, we can't have this any longer. But the gaslighting of this happened almost immediately, and it's only gotten worse as the year has gone on.
Just look at the former president today. You know, he's still trying to call November 3rd an insurrection. You know, this is the former president of the United States. More importantly, the former leader of what we used to say, the former leader of the free world. I don't think he believes in a free world. I'm sorry. And that's the thing. I think that's we basically now know that of our presidents, we have one who doesn't believe in America. And I know that seems like hyperbolic to say this and all that. I'm sorry. There's just no other.
Can you call him an anti-democratic,
small d democratic
person,
and the
potentially candidate for 2024?
What's always been really, I think, why we've all misjudged the seriousness over time with Donald Trump is there's a buffoonery to him at all times that you're like, well, it's an act or it's this, right? Look, you covered him during that campaign, and he would play that game. You know, He tried to let reporters know, I don't buy on this. I'm just feeding them what they want. It's now toxic, and you have to take it serious. Peter Navarro is an unserious person who had the levers of power to do a serious act against this country. And I think that more of us in the mainstream media have to wake up to the fact that, yes, it's a series of knuckleheads, but it was a series of knuckleheads who actually were willing to, that the former president weaponized. Well, we're actually willing to do this.
You know, and I don't think that we mistook the seriousness of what he represents since election week when he refused to concede. Yeah. And I think since that moment, there was no doubt as to who this person is, and that he was determined to try to find a way around the peaceful transfer of power. I thought the speech today was remarkable. And there was a moment also on the floor today that I noted. As soon as I heard about it, I said, get that tape, because it's not live, available to us live off the C-SPAN cameras, according to the House rules. It was the moment when Liz Cheney introduced her father, the former vice president and former House member, and author of a book, co-author of a book with his wife about the House and the majesty of the House when he served there, to the Speaker of the House, on the floor of the House, after speeches. And after she had gavelled down, there was that moment of the three of them. And what Liz Cheney represents, her interview this morning with Savannah, is remarkable. For all the disagreements that Jamie Raskin and others have with her, who were on Abigail Spanberger and others whom you've interviewed today, what she represents is a really important moment in history, that there are certain things that rise above disagreements over social issues, budget issues, and all of the other issues.
There's nothing short of a very wide gap on policy between Liz Cheney and the Speaker of the House, Nancy Pelosi, or Liz Cheney and most of the members of the January 6th panel that she is serving with. But what she and Adam Kinzinger are doing are showing that, hey, listen, I know the majority of our party doesn't believe this, but we believe that this is something that we need to come together on. This is a threat to democracy. It's a threat to all of us here in this House, and then all of us broadly as a nation, if we can't confront the facts of that moment.